Hi omies, I'm Simquoya and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys a mod that I stumbled across on Twitter a couple of weeks ago and I am really excited about it. So let's get into it. If you're anything like me, you probably don't like that all of your Sims are just naturally good at cooking as long as they cook and build up that skill, or even if the radio cuts on and then your Sim just automatically gains the dancing skill. I really wish that Sims were able to not be natural cooks, not be naturally gifted at athletics, or, maybe be a horrible dancer. So when I saw this mod by Lumpinou, I believe that's how you say it, Lumpinou or Lumpinou. When I saw this mod on Twitter about, making your Sims struggle, I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like my kind of mod. And even not even struggling, maybe one of your Sims is a naturally good singer or comedian, or maybe somebody is naturally more tech savvy than another Sim. Maybe I have an elder Sim who is not tech savvy, but their grandchild, is a tech genius, Of course I can use my imagination. But what if we had a little mod, to help us out with that? So that's exactly what this is. I'm on Lumpinou's website, and this is the Talents and Weaknesses mod, a mod for making Sims struggle, shine, or stagnate at specific skills. Disclaimer, this mod is not about saying a Sim can or cannot learn this or that. It's about saying we're all different. We don't all learn the same things at the same speed or the same amount of effort. We all have our place to shine, but not all the same one. Or we don't take the same path to it. I love that. I love that so much. And I'm not going to read all of the details on this website. I will link it below so that you can check it out for yourself, because I'm pretty sure you want to jump into the game and see how this actually affects your Sims. Ever think it odd that your lazy Sims would easily develop top level fitness skill, or your good Sims becoming masters of mischief? Want your aspiring professional musician to overcome some difficulty in learning their craft instead of having an easy path to stardom? Not everyone has an easy time learning all skills. Not to mention, some of us simply stay away from skills that don't match our personality, and this mod is here to show that in The Sims. So what this mod will do, it can have talents and weaknesses optionally auto-assigned to your Sims if you want it. So that is an optional feature when you download this mod. You can manually assign and remove weaknesses and traits. You can manually disable skill gain for specific Sims and the skills. And then here's a few more upcoming things that will be happening later on in future updates for this mod. I'm just going to jump right in because I already downloaded it last night and got to check it out. So we're going to see how this works on some Sims. Okay, so I have jumped into game and we are in the household of my Sim Rosie from my LP Rosie in the City. And so I downloaded the mod with the optional piece that allows the mod to add on 2 weaknesses and 2 strengths to your, or talents, to your Sim. So the mod automatically added video gaming, a gifted player. So it says video gaming, gifted player. This Sim is just naturally gifted with the gaming console and a controller and will quickly pick up skills in gaming, painting, and photography. Natural born visual artist. This Sim has a naturally good eye for the visual arts and will have an easy time learning painting and photography. Logic, a hard pass on hard sciences. Not everyone is born a scientist. For some Sims, developing rocket science and logic knowledge will take longer than others. Cooking, mildly unrefined palate. The art of bringing out flavors and matching them are a little lost on this Sim, and it'll take more effort than for some others to develop the cooking and gourmet cooking skills. So I'm going to switch these up because the mod does let you do that. So the way to manipulate the talents and weaknesses are in the actions panel, and I like that it's hidden there and not just, on your main pie menu. So you go right here to actions and then you click talents, weaknesses, and blocked skills. So that's another thing. You can also block skills. So for instance, the mod right now has where you can block mischief. If your Sim isn't mischievous Sim, they're not talented in mischief, you can block it completely and they won't even build that skill at all or do any mischief actions, which is pretty cool. So what I want to do is I want to remove a weakness. I'll show you right here with her likes. I want to say that, I thought I gave her to like cooking. Okay, well, she doesn't have a like cooking, so it makes sense that she has a mildly unrefined palate. And see, I could keep it like this, but I want to get rid of the gaming, the gifted player, and I want to get rid of the mildly unrefined palette, because for my LP and for my story and for my character Rosie, she doesn't play video games, which doesn't mean that she can't be good at it. Like, I like the storytelling aspect that this mod allows you to have of your Sims. Like, I would have never considered her a gamer or anything like that, but this mod, you know, gives them a random talent, which, you know, it could be her hidden talent that, you know, no one really knows about her. Maybe she meets a Sim, or maybe she goes to GeekCon and, you know, it gets pulled out of her like, oh, I'm actually really good at this. But I don't really see that for Rosie. I would like to use a different talent here, but you can have more than 2 or less than 2 talents if you want, or weaknesses. The mod can just auto give you 2 weaknesses and 2 talents. But as far as her cooking skill, let's check it out. Her cooking skill is a level 6, almost 7, and gourmet cooking is only at 1. So just because she is a level 6 at cooking doesn't mean she has to be good at it, but I want her to be decent. I want her to be neutral at cooking. You know, I don't really want her to necessarily love it or hate it, be good at it or bad at it. You know, I want it to be pretty good. She's not a master chef or anything like that, but this Sim Rosie, she loves to go out and eat out at restaurants, you know, and eat from the food stalls in the city. You know, she's young and she's living the city life, so she really doesn't care about being in the kitchen. But if she has to cook for her dad, or if she wants to cook for her friends in the apartment, she will. And I don't want those meals to necessarily be poor. And I'm not sure exactly if this mod makes those meals poor or if it just makes them grow their cooking skills slower. So we can test that out actually. So before I change that, let's have her come over here and cook and see if it's going to be a poor meal or if it'll be normal, or what it's going to be. So we'll have her make some French toast, and let's see if this mod affects how well she actually cooks this meal. Okay, so far so good. She's not spilling any of the ingredients. The stove hasn't caught on fire. Oh, okay. Look at that. She just dropped it on the floor. Is that something that happens when you're a level 6 cooking skill, that you're dropping your food on the floor? And let's see what... Oh, see? Okay, it's excellent. So I guess with her skill being as high as it is, she can still prepare higher, you know, good quality meals. But she did drop that French toast on the floor, and I'm not sure that actually happens when you are talented. Why is Sage in Rosie's bed? Okay, this is Sage's bed. I don't know why she's not sleeping here. We're gonna wake Sage up and check out her traits, and we'll get back to Rosie's in a second. So it says that Sage is a natural born comedian. This Sim is naturally gifted with a strong sense of humor others find enjoyable. They'll have an easy time developing their comedy skills. Charisma, strong presence. A Sim with a strong presence is naturally gifted at charisma. Okay. Programming, not a native speaker of machine. Technology can be a challenge, and this Sim struggles with developing advanced computer skills such as programming. And handiness, 2 clumsy hands. Toolboxes, and worse still, using tools. This Sim struggles acquiring handiness skill and isn't a fan of handy work. Okay. So Sage she's all about wellness, and she is a freelance photographer. So I don't mind those being her talents and weaknesses. The comedy one is just, you know, some people are funnier than others. I don't mind Sage being funny. That's cool. And charisma, she can be a strong speaker. I like that too. Programming and handiness, that's really funny. Seeing that she's super into wellness, I figure Sage is like a off the grid type of person. You know, she's all about natural, holistic methods of living. So, you know, programming is probably not up her alley, and, you know, being handy, that's just not her. Okay, that's like me. I'm good at building and putting things together. My partner, he would rather not do that. So, you know, it's realistic for certain people to want to be handier, and some people who are just like, nope, that's not me, that's not my forte. If we check out her skills again, so she's mastered photography and she's mastered wellness, and oh my gosh, you can tell that I prioritize my gameplay with Rosie because my girl's skills are slacking. She does have level 3 cooking and level 3 dancing though, so her handiness is level 1. Okay, and she doesn't have the programming skill at all. Oh my goodness, and there's Sage's boyfriend Case. So actually, I have another mall installed that's going to let us control him. I would like to check out his... Oh my goodness, he's dazed. If you watch my LP, then you know that Sage and now her boyfriend Case happen to be dazed quite a bit. You know, they're definitely about that lifestyle, whatever that means. But anyway, so it looks like his talents... Oh, mischief, trickster by nature. The arts of mischief and trickery come easy to this Sim, and they'll develop their mischief skill faster than most. Logic, scientific brain. This Sim will have an easy time developing logic and rocket science skills, gardening, not so green thumbs. Some Sims aren't naturally gifted at connecting with nature and taking care of it. Gardening and fishing skills will be harder to develop for this Sim. And writing, struggles with learning writing. For some Sims, it's hard for the right words to come to paper, and writing is a little more of a challenge than it may be for others. Okay, this is quite interesting because Case is actually a songwriter. So, and I did this with the register with the Minister of Deeds in the job panel, but wow, okay, so I wrote, if you listen to my songs, they tell stories. Case Mullins has said, I write almost as if I'm in conversation with somebody. So the fact that the mod has given him the weakness of writing really adds to his story and who he is as a character. I find it really interesting that the mod has given him a weakness of writing because he's a songwriter. So I can, for his story and for him as a character, I can see that this can cause him some insecurities in his craft. You know, he's had to work really, really hard to become a successful songwriter because he's not naturally good at writing, but storytelling through song is something that he's always, you know, admired and enjoyed. And maybe one of his parents was a musician or a songwriter, and maybe they didn't believe in him, or maybe a teacher or someone didn't believe in him, and he wanted to work really, really hard and prove to somebody that he actually can write and he can learn how to tell a good story. And sure, it may not have been a natural born gift like some other people, and yeah, he may have had to, you know, work extra hard for it. He had to go to college and get a degree. Maybe he didn't get honorary degree or whatever they're called in the game. I can't think right now, but you know, he put in his work and he put in his extra studies, and he's done it here. So maybe he's a little sensitive about his writing, like Erykah Badu. I'm an artist, so I'm sensitive about my, you know. So maybe this is Case's situation, and I really, really like that because I would have not thought of that without this mod. So we are going to remove a weakness. Actually, no, I don't think I mentioned Rosie is a freelance graphic designer, so her being naturally gifted at painting and photography is perfect for her. So we are going to add a new talent. Let's see. So these are the options that we have for talents: acting, natural born actor; charisma, strong presence; comedy, natural born comedian; cooking, a natural chef; dancing, natural born dancer; fitness, athletic build; gardening and fishing, green thumbs, fish whisperer; handiness, nothing I can't fix; logic, scientific brain; mischief, trickster by nature; music, perfect pitch; painting and photography, natural born visual artist; parenting, potential super parent; programming, coding genius; singing, a voice to remember; video gaming, gifted player; and writing, gifted author. So out of these, I think I want Rosie to be really good at charisma. She is a serial romantic sim, so her charisma skill is already pretty high, but I want her to be talented at charisma because my girl's got game, okay? So when she talks and spits that game, it's just like, ooh la la, she got it. So we're gonna give her that talent. And then as far as weaknesses go, let's add a weakness. So the weaknesses that your Sims can have: acting, not quite memorable, but charisma, struggling talker; comedy, average joker; cooking, mildly unrefined palate; dancing, somewhat clumsy-footed; fitness, struggling athlete; gardening, not so green thumbs; handiness, too clumsy hands; logic, a hard pass on hard scientist; mischief, rather nice than mischievous; music, gets lost in the scales; painting and photography, somewhat dull eye; parenting, slow learning parent; programming, not a native speaker of machine; singing, a voice to work on; video gaming, casual gamer at most; and writing, struggles with learning writing. I'm going to remove the cooking weakness because I want her to be neutral about it. Okay, so boom, so there we go. So we've got her charisma, strong presence; painting and photography, natural born artist; and logic, a hard pass on hard scientist. That is totally fine. I'm okay with that. So I do want to hop into a new household and kind of see how this works on children and teens. So we have jumped into another family of mine. I call them my mama drama family, but really these are my high school sweethearts. I have introduced them on the channel before when I gave them some makeovers. So typically they they only have this one son, Chadwick, but I just hopped in cast and gave them an imaginary teenage daughter who actually is really cute, so they might need to go try again for a baby and hopefully have another girl, or have a girl, because she's cute and I love her. So we're going to check out their traits and weaknesses and see how it goes for the children. Okay, so it looks like for teenagers they do get 2 weaknesses and 2 talents. So they gave her logic, a hard pass on hard sciences, video game and gifted player, mischief, rather nice than mischievous, and gardening and fishing, green thumbs, fish whisperer. So she is talented in gardening and fishing, and she is talented in gaming. Let's check out her brother Chadwick. Okay, he doesn't have any at all, so it looks like it does not affect the children until they become teenagers, so that is good to know. I don't know if Lumpinou plans on giving children weaknesses and talents in future updates or not, but I did want to hop in another household with kids to see how that worked out. And while we're here, we can check out the parents' weaknesses and talents as well. So let's see. Logic, a hard pass on hard sciences for Deshaun. Charisma, struggling talker. Oh, interesting. And handiness, nothing I can't fix. So does he only have 3? Because he's a hero. That's from another mod of mine. I believe that's from the Wonderful Whims. Long lived is because he completed the bodybuilder aspiration. So I wonder if I can give him another one, or does he have too many already? Too many traits. Let's see. He has handiness is poor, charisma is poor, and logic is... Oh, no. Handiness is good. I thought handiness was poor. Okay, so let's add a talent because he is naturally... Oh, so I wonder if it matters since he's already mastered out his fitness skill and he's completed the aspiration. Okay, well, I can still add it. I don't know how much it'll affect him since he's already mastered all of that, but he can still have it, so that's good to know. And then Jada, it says, oh, her charisma is struggling talker too. Painting and photography, natural born visual artist. Okay, interesting. Comedy, average joker, and mischief trickster by nature. So for this sim in particular, I wouldn't mind if she had a talent or weakness that had to do with parenting, because her story is she has a horrible relationship with her mother. You know, they pretty much hate each other growing up. And so she always, you know, strongly desired to be a parent herself. And it was really difficult for her and her partner, Deshaun, to conceive. And so once they finally were able to get pregnant and have a baby, you know, she's putting her all into becoming a mother. She is in college working to get her degree so that, and I don't know if it's on here because I just placed them from my library, not in the actual save that I'm playing with them. She's in the social media career. She wants to be like a mommy blogger. So I would want to say that, you know, she's naturally good at parenting, but, you know, her story could take another turn because she had a difficult relationship with her mother, and because her father was, you know, cheating and always in and out of the household, she didn't exactly have the best representation of parenting growing up. So she could be a struggling parent, you know, she could have a weakness at parenting, and that could be why she's in college working so hard to become, you know, a better parent. But I want to say that, you know, in her heart, because, you know, she had those struggles growing up, that she is just in her heart to be a really good mother. So we're going to give her the talent of parenting, a potential super parent. This sim has a natural understanding of parenting and will develop that skill with more ease than average. So yeah, so I like that because, you know, because she didn't have the best parental situation growing up, I want to say that she has a better understanding of what a parent, you know, and child relationship should be like. I really think I'm going to like this mod. I think it's going to be a staple in my game. I do like the extra dimension of storytelling that it adds to my sims and my characters. And, you know, I like how it just kind of like jogs my brain with new ideas to add on to sim stories. And I also love the idea of my sims, you know, not all progressing at their skills at the same rate. That's definitely something that has bothered me in my gameplay before, is that, okay, my partner called just now. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I never really loved how all of my sims progress at their skills at the same rate. You know, it kind of makes your sims all feel the same after a while, like all of your sims sort of develop the same skills, you know, around the same levels, you know, depending on their career and what you have planned for your sims. But I really like that this mod allows my Sims to grow their skills at a different rate, or, you know, stagnate their skills, or, you know, not even develop a skill at all, you know, if I don't want them to. So definitely check out this mod. I will have it linked below in the description so that you can go and download it for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give me a thumbs up to like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, peace.